Ladies and gentlemen, what it do? HipHopMike live from the crib. You already know quarantine vibes. I think we're in week 40,000 and I don't know what to do with myself. But when you don't know what to do with yourself, you're going to listen to hella music, take to the internet, watch a lot of videos. And this guest that I have today is dropping music, dropping videos, doing live shows, and everything that an artist could possibly do in quarantine. Live from New Jersey, I'm talking about Pineapple Citi.
What's going on, my brother? I appreciate that intro, man. That was lovely. I appreciate that.
Did you enjoy? Was it snazzy? Did I sauce it
Yeah,
up?
yeah. You did your thing on that. You did your thing.
I try. I'm getting alright. I'm like, one day I'm gonna be one of these guys that does the you got $1 over there, $2 out here, $3.
Right. Get your bag anywhere you can. You feel me?
Bags. And I know you get into the bag right now. You over here doing hella work. Just dropped some new music, new visuals. I seen you on I think it was the Red Bull page doing a live show.
Yeah.
So you've been putting in some work, making moves.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I just feel like I had to give people a pineapple marathon for the rest of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to drop a song every month for the rest of the year because it's just that time. Especially what we going through right now. Like, you know what I mean? The best thing you can have is music. So
Thanks. Did you have plans going into 2020? Like anything that you kind of was looking forward to that kind of might have got put on hold, I should say?
yeah, man. I had a lot of shows that I was getting ready to do, man. Like 2 weeks before 2 weeks after quarantine started, they were supposed to start up, and all of my stuff got canceled. So, you know, well, I'm in Jersey. Hopefully this quarantine slows down, but I know you in New York, so you know what it is over here. We got the highest cases. So
Yup.
hopefully things get back to normal soon, man. But shout out to Jersey, Philly. I was going to Atlanta. I was going to LA, and also Alabama too. So there was a lot of things coming up that we're on hold, but we're gonna get back to it as soon as possible. But for right now, I'm doing a bunch of live shows from the house. So
See, I gotta say, regardless, like just as a fan of yours, to see you moving around so much before this quarantine, and I know now that you had those plans, coming from when I first found out about Pineapple Citi, you literally you were moving, but just on one leg with a scooter.
yeah, man.
I want to take people back that's like not super familiar because I think you're a beautiful display of just like hustle, persistence, patience, dedication. So, I mean, for people that don't know about you, straight out of Jersey, like when did this become what you was doing and how has this evolved over the years? Because I mean, was the first record the record that you did the visual that you had the scooter?
Well, actually, I had a song called Pepsi that I had actually dropped in
You said,
2016
damn,
too.
baby girl, you a
Yeah,
set.
so that was actually my first joint.
All right.
The crazy thing is 2016, like I was actually working at a daycare, bro. Like I literally
Really?
had a regular 9 to 5, like working, like yo, them kids was crazy. I'm like, yo, I don't even know what I'm doing here. And I remember I was like singing songs to the kids one day, and like my boss came in like, yo, like, wow, you should make some songs for kids. Like I'm like, yo, fuck this shit. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm in a twilight zone. Like I don't even know. You know how you sometimes you just end up a place in life like, yo, how the fuck, what
Yeah,
happened?
nah, it's just trippy. You just look around and it's just different.
Right. So actually I quit my job like literally like as she said that to me, and then met my producer like 2 weeks later, and 2 weeks after that we made an album, like a whole album that had rose colored on it and Pepsi. And a month after that I got into the car accident, so it was like very quick. It was
Damn.
like, yo, all your dreams are coming true, your songs is going viral, and now you can't walk for 2 years. So it was some wild shit, you know what I mean? And some crazy things happened in between, you know what I mean? It was just a wild time, but for sure at the end of the day I knew like this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And so even if I had to ride around on a knee scooter in a music video, fuck it, we gonna get it done, you know what I mean? Because that's how passionate I am about, what I do. So
Nah, and it's definitely felt like just watching you navigate from that point to then I think the next time I heard was like you had Clinton Sparks was paying attention and was like
right.
he hit me up on some like not even knowing that I was even aware of who you were and was like, yo, I got this artist, you need to be checking her out. I'm like, who is it? He's like, Pineapple Citi. I'm like, all right, things is working out. And
Lit.
I don't know. Did we ever do an interview for like Dash or anything like that? Or is this the first
I
one?
think we were planning on it. We've spoken a bunch of times, but like never like really got the interview
Yeah.
down. I might have like hopped in your live here and there. You know what I mean? But
We
it's
had some
yeah, it's
chats.
crazy like how time flies like that too, man. And just to see your progression as well, man. I wanna tell you congratulations on everything you're doing, bro.
Come on, bro. I
Yeah,
appreciate
no
you.
doubt.
But I'm trying to make these moves like you make. And I mean, after that call, then I think I heard something about you signing a situation with Red Bull, if I'm not
Right,
mistaken, which
right.
is like, I mean, right in line with how things work out. Like Red Bull deciding to invest in anything is like major, but music, I feel like you're one of the first artists that really is impactful for the culture. Like I went out there, I forgot the gentleman's name, and I'm very upset. I think it was Greg or something. I met somebody
Yeah,
at Red
yeah,
Bull.
Greg
It
is
was
dope.
Greg.
Yeah, that's
So
my
I
guy.
had a meeting with Greg at Red Bull Music, and he's a dude that, you know, he knows music, but it's not necessarily the kind of music you make, the hip hop.
Right,
And
right, right.
we spoke a lot about, you know, what they were doing and how they were building out that urban. And I think you're the top priority over there when it comes to like hip hop and just dropping music. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, which I really appreciate, man. First off, like Red Bull is just a dope place to be because of how much they wanna involve themselves in like everything that's fucking cool, man. Like, you know, from sports to like to music to dance. There's
yup,
so many different areas that they're involved in. And you know, just growing up like seeing like Red Bull commercials and stuff like that, and you know, knowing the story behind Red Bull and the guy who started it, like, is literally like a coming from the bottom type of story. So they're very like artist friendly, and they're very like, yo, we believe in you, like not just for a
yeah,
specific song. Like, you know, I had a lot of different situations that could have came to be with different labels, but I didn't feel like anybody else really understood what I wanted to become as an artist. You know, you might know
yeah,
like, all right, yeah, I got a viral hit, or like, yo, like I can make, you know, a song that can go on TikTok or Triller or whatever, which is dope. But like, I've always wanted to make real music. You know what I mean? And so their dedication to that aspect of who I am was very important for me and working with them. And plus, like, they did a lot for me as far as songwriting too. Like I was with Red Bull Songs for a while before I even got with records. And
okay,
like the first artist that they put me with to do a song with was Kelly Rowland. Like, yo, like
wow,
go do a song with Kelly Rowland. We're gonna make a documentary and like, you know what I mean, do this up. So it's like, you know, to me it seemed like the perfect situation, and it's come to pass to be, you know, exactly what I thought. So
nah,
I'm
it's
excited about it.
amazing. I gotta say, like, I have a lot of meetings with different labels and different people, and more times than not, the conversation is like, well, what is this label gonna do with this artist? Where with Red Bull, I was like, you know, so what y'all plan? And he was more like, well, it depends what her vision is. Like,
Right,
you
right,
know,
right,
like,
right. For
and
sure.
complimenting that. So I think it's a great situation for you. And just to see how things have kind of transitioned from literally pushing yourself around to get through these videos to then having people like Clinton get behind it, and then Red Bull ultimately coming and being like, yo, we really want to help this machine go. I mean, you're on both feet right now, and it seems like you about to have these wings flying.
Yeah,
Um,
man. Look, they give you wings, right?
that's it,
Now,
straight up.
on some real, man, it's yo, it's like dreams come true, bro. And all I do is I tell people to believe in themselves, man, because at any of those points in which it looked like it was over for me, it could have been over for me if I believed that. You know what I'm saying? Like if I
Sure.
believe like, yo, I got into this car accident, I just dropped a song, but like I can't perform and like I'm no longer an artist, I wouldn't be here right now. You know what I'm saying? So
Word.
it's those times where you're like super down on your luck that ultimately turn out to be like the best things for you as a person and like for your career and whatever. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be here without any of the shit that happened to me.
Yeah, nah, I think that's a great point, like the perseverance of it, because people could see these moments, but like the times that go in between of these small wins are ultimately what, you know, tests if you're gonna get that next small win or not.
Facts.
You know, so the fact that you've been able to kind of maintain it and not just maintain it but flourish, you know, while navigating it, I think is incredible, because a lot of artists mess up with that.
Yo,
Well,
man, I appreciate that, man. And it's like it really is just believing in yourself, like you said, because at any point, like it could be over. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about keeping going. And like to me, you only fail when you don't get back up. Like yo,
Yup.
we gonna like we gonna fuck up all the time. Like we're human
All the
beings,
time.
bro. So like all the time is like something I wish I didn't say to somebody or some shit I wish I didn't do or whatever. But they're all learning experiences. You know what I mean? To get me to this point right here. So
Yeah, and that's it. And you know what? You choose to not repeat certain cycles, but to grow from them and just
facts.
continue to flourish. So that's what's up. What do you think it is within you that gives you that motivation? Would you say it's like just the overall vision, or is it something deeper than that? Because I think for me, it's similar, and like these instances of like whether it's losing a job or a relationship or something changing with a client, like
Mm-hmm.
it always makes me more hungry to some extent, and I can't really pinpoint why. Are you able to pinpoint why, or is it just something
I
that's built in?
I think it's a little bit of like just the hunger that we have inside us, like that we're naturally born with, and then just wanting to turn up because people think you can. Like just like yo, okay, so I might have did this here where you feel like it's over for me. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back into the lab. You feel me? We're gonna turn it
Yup.
up and we're gonna get it going. So I think it's a lot of like people like underestimating you, but also like underestimating yourself. And then like
Word.
we all had these moments where like we like remember who we are. Like hold up, wait, like
Word.
I hold up, I was chilling for a second, but let me turn up real quick because I gotta remember who I am again. So I think we all have like this purpose instilled inside of us, and like you can't escape it. Like I couldn't escape it when I was working at the daycare or like fucking anywhere, bro. I couldn't escape it. It was something in me like, yo, I have to do this.
Hmm.
And like, sometimes life will throw you curveballs and stuff like that. But I feel like, yo, like that purpose never leaves you. Like it will bug the shit out of you if you're not following it, man. So I think like that's that monkey on my back. Like, yo, like you got to do this because you're meant to do it.
Yeah, nah, for sure. And like you could feel it when somebody got a tone to set and they're not willing to ever be, a victim of their circumstance. I think that's really a recipe for success no matter
For
what.
sure.
And when you do exactly what you've done, just learn from the experiences and continue to grow. Ultimately, I mean, maybe you tell me if I'm wrong, but I'd assume that the situation you have now is better than having, maybe rose color or Pepsi take off, and then you just get this big bag, but lose that freedom to be able to create and connect.
Yo, for sure. Not even just the freedom to create. Like sometimes you're not ready for the stuff that you think you're ready for or that you
Mhm.
want.
That
I
part.
wasn't, I was not ready yet. Like mentally, I was not ready yet. Like I had to get myself together. I had to grow as a person because I feel like that's why like a lot of rappers and like or like musicians in general. I don't even want to just say rappers or like go broke or like go broke mentally. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Is
Yeah.
because like they weren't really prepared for the situation that like came about. You know what I'm saying? So like there was some shit that was like, yo, I had to like take a step back and like talk to myself like, bro, calm down. Like this is you doing too much right now. Like relax yourself and like regroup. And those moments are very important. And I feel like you said, if I really turned up with rose color, because like literally deal on the table, like sign this, like it's lit. We gonna turn you up. And I turned the situation down. And for a while, it bothered me till I realized I made the right decision and for who I am as an artist and like what I wanted to become. And so now I see myself on this great path to like what I knew my purpose has always been. You know what I'm saying? And I
Word.
don't think
Nah,
people
all too
understand
well.
about that.
I think that's a great point because it's like being prepared for the situation you're looking to be involved in. I think applies to so much, even
For
outside of
sure.
music, whether it's relationships or jobs or fam, it's like you really have to make sure that mentally you're going to be able to not just have the job, but also wake up early enough to get there on time, to be
Facts.
reliable.
Facts.
And a lot of kids, they don't have that built in, but then one thing goes viral and now you have 5 people that expect you to be here, to say this, to post that, to do this, and they become so like, I guess, engulfed in like, they're drowning essentially, like
Yeah.
you sinking
Yo,
underwater with that.
you think about it when back in the 90s and like before then, bro, artist development. There's no artist development
At
anymore.
all.
And what people don't understand, artist development was really developing somebody as a person, like helping
Sure.
them, like mentoring them, and like establishing them in this industry, but also teaching them how to behave accordingly so that you don't plummet from your success, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't happen anymore. So a lot of times, which is a good thing now with the internet and all of that, you could blow up overnight, but at the same time, you don't know what you're walking into, because
Mhm.
it's not, you don't have anybody guiding you into
Yeah,
this,
it
like,
comes to priorities though, because it's like at the end of the day, a lot of artists don't have their priorities in order. A lot of
yeah, yeah,
people are just seeing it as like, I need a lot of money so I could buy a lot of cool shit and I want a lot of people to know me. But then you get some of that and you're like, you know what, I wish a lot of these people wasn't bothering me. I got a lot of money, but I also have a lot of bills. And
yeah,
that I think is so important because a lot of people don't prioritize that development. And not for nothing, even if you don't have the full artist development like ordeal with a label,
yeah,
the fact that like what we just said about Red Bull, you could have situations where at least they give you a platform to try your own thing and learn from your own
yeah,
mistakes, which
right,
is some sort of like, self-development and growth. But if you're
yeah,
not developing as a person, you don't know what the heck to do with this money. And more times it becomes a way to either double down on your vices and do more drugs, or be
for
smart
sure.
enough to go get your help,
Yo, but you know what's crazy though? Like, some, and I don't even want to say some people, because I feel like all people in different situations, like, don't necessarily know what to do. Like, they just don't know
Heck,
what to do. So you know getting the money and then like losing it and like on drugs and shit like that, right? Sometimes people got to put their hand in the fire, get burnt, and be like,
yeah,
oh, okay, I'm not gonna put my hand in the fire anymore. So like, some, depending on the situation, like, people are different, but ultimately, I feel like that's everybody. Like, sometimes we all get burnt like that. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, and
Sometimes
it's important.
it takes like losing all of your bread and then realizing you don't want to lose your bread again. And
Yeah.
so
Well,
next time not to lose that shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, when you have somebody like mentoring you or something like that, um, which for me, I'm glad that I have people that I can ask for things, but a lot of time I'm very bullheaded, and I
I would say
will learn my
sometimes it
lessons the
don't
hard
work
way.
either,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
it's still like a support system to some extent also. Like I'm definitely a big believer in like you got to mess up and fall on your face to learn. But like there's a way to fall on your face gracefully and there's a way to fall on your
For
face just
sure.
completely
For
like,
sure.
mess it
Yeah,
up.
like, yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like, I think at the end of the day, it comes to intention. Like if your intention as an artist is to do something that's going to be able to feed your family and create this, lifestyle that's going to carry on past when maybe your art is appreciated by masses, at least, maybe you don't have the information, but you're eager to seek it. And then when you go through these transitions, by the time you may be approaching 30 and things maybe are like slowing a little bit, at least you've been aware to be like, okay, well, I still have some money saved. Let me take a management class on how to do something with this. Or
Right, right,
I
right.
have some money to invest. When it's just like, and then you get to that point and you've already went through your money, your team starts dissipating because
Yeah,
you're not
yeah.
listening to them. Over time, it's up to you to really double down on these vices. And like you said, it's deeper than music. It's being a person.
Yeah, yeah. And you absolutely right, bro. And unfortunately, some people will never learn that fact. Like, some people just like really love getting
Yeah.
burnt like that and would just keep being in that junk. And it is what it is, you know what I mean?
X.
But everybody got their own like evolution that they gotta go through, man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and
So
I think those people are super necessary too because to
yeah.
be able to watch some people consistently burn themselves is the best way to teach yourself that you don't want to touch a hot
Yo,
stove.
for sure. Yo, on God, everybody got a purpose, right? But like, sometimes your purpose is to like further somebody else's purpose in a way, like not
Yeah,
even intentionally, you know what I mean? Like, you might be like a fucking villain, but you
yeah.
might have changed my life in a positive manner, and that was part of your, you know what I mean?
Nah, and yeah, I could shout out a lot of people that's on that time in radio, but we not gonna go down that path. What we're gonna talk about is this record you just dropped that should be
Right.
on the radio if you watching this any of these names I'm thinking of. Y'all should be paying attention. Tell people about the song that came out yesterday, and you know what else they could look forward to.
Yeah, for sure. So I just dropped a song called "You a Funny Guy, Man."
Yo, I fuck with you, Pineapple City.
It's
Enough so
love,
that
bro.
YouTube will never clear this now because I said I fuck with you, but I really fuck with you. And I don't care if y'all clear that curse word, YouTube.
Hey, yo, man, look, it's all love, bro. But yeah, man, I dropped this song called "Lift Me Up," and yo, man, I feel like it's a quarantine banger, man. It's a vibe. I feel like it's like how everybody feels right now. I feel like we're all in the need of a pick me up or a lift me up. You know what I mean? And like this is just like this song to me was just like me imagine I'm like at a bar, like venting all my problems to the bartender, like, you know what I mean? And just talking my shit and talking my stuff. I'm sorry, but
it's okay. Nah, it's already YouTube will never let me run ads. It's all good.
but yeah, so I just wanted to like just vent to people, man, and I try to make music that's relatable and authentic and just like coming from a real place. So yeah, man, it's a vibe, man, and I feel like man, we need to get this joint on the radio because it's a banger, man. It's a banger, bro. So I'm excited about it.
Nah,
And then
feel it.
I'm dropping, like I said, it's a pineapple marathon for the rest of the year. Like I'm
every
dropping
month, right?
Say it again.
Every month, you said?
Yeah, every month, bro. Every month, like this is just what's going down. Because there's so many different sides to like my personality and who I am as an artist. I feel like I owe every single kind of my fan, you know what I mean, a piece of me. You know what I'm saying? So like I got a song for everybody. And you know, this month we rocking out with Lift Me Up, the vibes. And you know, next month I got this song called Balance that's dropping. That's just crazy. So just stay tuned because it's a movie.
I love it. I really appreciate the time today. You already know anytime you want to chop it up, I'm always here. And I love watching Spag Blossom all day. Come on, bro.